Hi everyone, and welcome to my speed paint. I finally posted another one. I want to apologize for the huge delay that went on. I was at the time without a computer due to rearranging my office space. So, with that said, I have a totally new setup. I have a new desk and I have gotten a Cintiq, so I am so happy and I hope to produce art a lot faster for you guys so I can put a lot more speed paints out there. Now I want to say that I'm apologizing for the length of this particular video. I recently bought Clip Studio Paint and this is my first completed artwork in this program, and I'm still trying to get the hang of how everything works, and I'm liking it so far, but the tools are a little bit different from what I'm used to, and I usually do most of my work in Paint Tool Sci, so I'm really trying to make the transition over, and I'm going to be using both programs because, I mean, Sci will always have a soft spot in my heart. It was the first one that I learned anything on, but Clip Studio Paint is just way more professional, and I can include manga page work in that program as well, and I can't do that in Sci. So I'm going to try and transition over a little bit, but I am still getting the hang of it, and it's a little rough, I know. And a lot of time on this was actually just spent doing flats because this piece was just details everywhere, and flats were hard to put down, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure how the flats thing works in Clip Studio Paint yet. Their fill tool doesn't fill the same as it does in Paint Tool Sci, so I think I'm going to have to actually physically select layers and stuff like that in Clip Studio Paint. So I'm going to mess around with it and we'll see where it goes from there. Now, this time I do actually have questions. Someone was nice enough to give me questions and things to talk about for my next speed paint, even though I had no mention of speed paints going on or anything like that. So, I mean, super happy I actually have something to talk about for the length of this video. So, with that, let's get started. The first question is, are you into anime? Favorite ones, kinds, action or heartwarming, any interest in it? Yes, I am into anime. Um, Favorite ones is really hard to put a finger on, to be honest. I have very bad taste in anime, and by that I mean that I like just about everything I watch. The only thing that I really don't care for that much is Hetalia. Um, I sat through Hetalia Access Powers and it was okay. I hate the short episodes though, and it's just kind of something that you really grow out of. And I think a lot of it is that uh, going to school with a lot of people into Hetalia, I would listen to them talk about Hetalia incessantly, and it was just really annoying to listen to be honest. And I just kind of really wanted them to shut up, but they didn't. And so I'm sorry to all my friends that might be watching this video that were into Hetalia. I'm sorry, I just really didn't like it. um, I really, I have a very soft spot for like tragedy and sad anime. Uh, Emotion plays a huge role, and as you can see with my art as well. And I feel like in order to make an artwork successful, you have to make the viewer feel something, and that kind of follows in with my tastes. So, I mean, if I'm watching an anime or if I'm reading a manga and the work makes me feel a deep emotion, then I consider that a success and I like it. It doesn't matter how sad it is, it doesn't matter if my favorite character died, because that always happens. It's just, I find that to be successful. So, I mean, I always like those types of things. I like action, I like slice of life comedies, I like anything. I like gore. I mean, I just have a very wide range of anime I like. However, I don't watch anime very much because I am always working on new artwork for conventions and stuff. And if I watch anime, I'm afraid to start watching anime because if I start, I binge watch to the end. I like finished season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul in like 2 days from just binge watching it. I got nothing done. Absolutely nothing. Next question. What color is most of your wardrobe? Favorite brands and styles? Um, I I'm not a very materialistic person. I don't have a lot of cool fashions or anything like that. I got a couple of things out of Pyramid, but I mean, the things that I like from them that come in my size are like few and far between. And I really, really, really love Lolita and Fairy Kay and Pastel Goth. I absolutely love that stuff. But that stuff doesn't really cater to people of my size, and it's really hard to find things that are, in fact, that size for me. So I actually don't own any of those clothes that I would like to own because of that. Um, Most of my wardrobe is actually just t-shirts and jeans. And the color most prevalent in my wardrobe would probably be black. And that is because in middle school and the freshman year of high school, I went through a goth phase. And I feel like most artists actually do. um, I went through a major goth phase. I wasn't seen or, as people call, emo. I wore black clothing all the time, black jeans, black shirts, dark colors, the whole shebang. I had black hair for a while, and so most of my wardrobe is actually just a carryover of that. And I do have a little bit more color in my wardrobe now as I have grown out of my goth phase, and I have grown to like bright pastel things and stuff like that. So but yeah, most of my wardrobe is actually just black. So dull, right? Next question. How do you balance your art and your life and other hobbies? I don't have much of a life. Um, I'm very young. I graduated high school like a little over a year ago. I still live at home. I don't go to college. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't have a job. I don't have a car. Um, so it's it's not very hard to balance my art and my life. I don't really have any other hobbies. I don't have people to hang out with or anything like that, to be honest. I mean, there's a couple people, but not very many. And so, I mean, this is my one hobby. And I mean, art is encompassing like my sculpting hobbies and, occasional painting hobbies and stuff like that. Um, General crafting stuff. So, I mean, that is basically my life, so nothing to balance. Next question. When did you start art and how or why? I am very competitive, and I actually started art because one of my friends in sixth grade brought their sketchbook and were like, hey, look at what I drew. And I'm like, I want to do that, and I want to be better than that. And that's pretty much how I started seriously getting into art. I was always into art before that, but just I never really had a direction to go into or any reason to go further. And she gave me a reason, and I hate her guts now, but that's for unrelated reasons. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I'm just really competitive, and that's why I got into art. So probably the wrong reason, but I'm here and I like it. Next question. Did you try really hard to get to where you are? Absolutely, yes, I did. I made many sacrifices. I gave lots of things up, and I regret a little bit of it, but I'm still looking at the big picture here, so everything's good. Next question. Favorite daifuku flavor and filling? I have never eaten daifuku. I really want to. It looks really, really yummy, and I will one day, but right now I have no idea what it tastes like. And the next question is cooking experience, favorite dishes. I have very little cooking experience, to be honest. I don't think of myself as a very good cook. However, there is a little natural bit of cooking ability in there from my father's side of the family. That side of the family are really good cooks, so that's kind of just born in. Um, I love like Chinese food from like the Chinese restaurants. That's like my favorite thing to eat. I wish I could make stuff that tasted like that. Um, but I can't. I am not good at that. Um, I make really simple things. So I can make like Alfredo pretty good. And I mean pasta in general. Pasta's not that hard. So I can pretty much do that. But I'm not that experienced with cooking. I like food with flavor though. I hate eating flavorless food to the point that it will put me in a very bad mood. Whether I went out to eat it or whether it was cooked at home, I absolutely hate it, and I will be mad for the rest of the night because I had to eat it. So there's that. I think that cooking would not be very hard for me if I really tried, because I don't have a problem with cooking that much. I like baking, I think, more than I like cooking. Uh, because, I mean, when you're baking, you get to bake sweet stuff, and that's always great, right? So, that's that. Not a lot of cooking experience there. Sorry. Not an interesting response. But anyways, so that is the extent of all of the questions that I got for this video. So thank you guys so much for sending in your questions. And you can always put more questions in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe to me, support me. Email me if you have commission questions or anything like that. I'm always open, free to talk. Even if you offer me something and I decline, don't let that discourage you from contacting me in the future. um, I really appreciate all the support I have received so far from you guys, all the views and likes and comments and stuff on my videos, on my DeviantArt, Instagram, everywhere. I'll put links to all my social media sites in the description for you guys so you can check them out. I actually just opened up a Facebook page, so you can go ahead and like that too. I'll put a link in the description, and I'm just really, really glad that you guys stuck around for the duration of this video. I'm sorry it was so long, but I'm so happy to have you guys here. It means the world to me, and this was my dream growing up, to be an artist, the ones I saw on YouTube and the ones I saw on DeviantArt, and I'm finally getting there, and it's great, and I'm going to conventions and I'm working, and it's awesome, and I love it, and I love you guys. Everything is amazing. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and check out my other videos too. I would just really appreciate it if you did. And just thank you guys so much for watching.